Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another video. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, regular viewers of the channel will know that I never really do videos like this. I very rarely do videos where I'm talking about a product or I've been paid to say something good about a particular product. I don't do those kinds of videos. As you'll know from the analysis videos, I don't promote the latest mobile app or mobile game. And it's not for the lack of being contacted to do that. I just like to keep it all music based on my channel, and I will only bring something to your attention if I personally think it's definitely worth your time and attention. So we have one of these rare situations tonight because I have always pretty much been in the market for a practice guitar or something that I can just take with me wherever I'm traveling. And I've looked at things in the past, even just a guitar neck that just had like 5 frets on it, and it was really just to put your fingers on it. So I don't know what you would get out of that, but for me it wasn't something that I was interested in. So I always had this desire to get a good practice guitar for traveling, but it never really came about. And I then got contacted a few weeks ago by a company called Mogabi, and they make guitars that you can travel with that are very convenient, very small, but the guitar just does everything. And I'm going to demonstrate everything in this video, because when I say that, I do mean literally everything you want to do with this guitar, you can do. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys a standard hard case for an acoustic guitar. And if you are going out busking, maybe you're going to an open mic night, you'd have to take this with you. And you might have one that you can put on your back that has straps on it, but it's going to be this size. So we're going to have a direct comparison from what you would be carrying around and what I have carried around in the past to now what you can carry around with the Mogabi guitar. And there we have it. So this is the Mogabi guitar, and I can literally fit the whole guitar in its case on the screen. And that's something that I'd never be able to do with any other guitar, not only here, but in my studio as well. So you get the idea that this thing is compact, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. So the first thing that struck me when I opened the case was the attention to detail, because, I mean, when you open it up, the guitar has its own Velcro ties that are built into the case. So it's solidly in there, and there's a guitar strap in there. There's everything that you need with the guitar. It's all supplied. But when I say about the attention to detail, it's the fact that the company were a Kickstarter company, and every single guitar gets looked over before it's sent out by a guitar tech. So when you receive it, somebody's already checked it out to make sure it is just where it needs to be, that everything is fine. And for people that don't play the guitar, those are things like checking for fret buzz and making sure the action is as low as possible without getting that fret buzz, so you still get playability with it, because you could be forgiven for thinking, oh, it's just a practice guitar, so it's not going to be applicable for professional recording. But you're going to be totally wrong. So this is the guitar now out of the case, and as you can tell, it's very compact. And I'm going to be taking you through all of the functions, everything that you can do with this. And it could be a very long video because there's so much that you can do with this guitar. The first thing is that when I received this, like a kid at Christmas, I just wanted to start playing it straight away and didn't read the instructions. So I was then trying to figure out how to get the speaker, which is this part, to then fold out. So I had to admit defeat in the end because I couldn't figure out how to flip out the speaker. So I did look at the instructions, and it took a little bit of time to figure out what the arrows actually meant. But what it is, you can see this silver circle here. It's like a bolt that you literally push in, and then it now pops out, which is now unlocked, which means this can now fold out. And then you then click it back in to lock it. And it does say lock and unlock on the inside here. But when I was trying to unlock it, of course you can't see that on the inside of the guitar. So that's why I think I struggled for a little while, but that's how to do it if you have bought one of these guitars and you just can't wait to start playing it. Now the guitar in this state is still fully functional if you wanted to play it like this, but obviously it'll be a little bit low down, it might slide around quite a lot, so that's why with the guitar you get the body sections that actually click in. So you'll notice that these come with it, and when I say that they click in, what we're doing is sliding it into the side of the guitar like that and just clicking it in. So now we've got this simulated acoustic guitar body, and we can slot in the other side like that, and it just clicks. So now it's going to be sitting where an acoustic guitar would normally sit. When I said that everything that you need comes with this in the case, I wasn't lying. I can show you that on the screen, because we have the certificate that comes with it, the warranty, we have the charger plug, and that's to charge this because it's totally wireless. You can walk around with it and play for 6 hours. That's how long roughly the battery will last, and it takes 3 hours to then charge it up. So yeah, playing this for 6 hours, it means that you can go in for a studio session if you want to, you can go out for quite a long busking session, you can do your open mic nights. The battery is going to last. It comes with instructions, of course, but also a line out, another connection that you can plug into your phone, and we have the strap lock in there. We've got picks, we've got a USB-C to USB-C cable, there's an Allen key, we've got picks as well, we've even got a spare set of strings, so once you've worn out the ones that come with it, you can just get going again with the pack that comes with the guitar in its case. But let's switch this thing on. So there's a power on / off here that you just hold down, and it starts up, and you get a beep to let you know that it is now on. And the power button is the volume button as well, so you can kind of turn up and down, because now what's happened is this is like an amplifier, so it's now activated. So if I played, we've now got the sound of the guitar coming through, and like I said, this is going to last for about 6 hours. Not this video, but the guitar. You'll be able to play it amplified like this. I mean, it's amazing. So we've got the volume, and obviously I'm not plugging this into an amp, or I'm not going straight into the computer, which I will do later, but just so you can hear that you're now playing. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to plug anything in. The thing that surprised me was the tone that you get from this, because you can adjust it if you want to. We've got bass, middle, and the bass is spelled incorrectly on the guitar, but it says bass, middle, and treble. So you can balance the tone if you want to, but just straight out of the box or straight out of the case, it sounds great. And we've even got the option to have reverb on there as well. So you can hear that it's just totally dry at the moment, but the red button here, that's going to be the reverb, and it gives you a little sound to show you how much reverb you're adding, just by adding reverb to that sound. And then when you hit a chord, you'll now be able to hear that reverb after, kind of like that. So again, great sound, you know. And you know, if you want to play a bit of fingerstyle, then you can do. Obviously play with a pick, it comes with picks. So this guitar has a record function as well, so it means that anything that comes out the speaker, anything that you're playing, you can record, because the guitar's effectively got a hard drive in there that you can then copy and paste files from the guitar to either your computer. There's even an adapter that comes with it to connect it to your iPhone. So it makes things super easy. I'm just going to show you the process for recording. We've got a red button here that we press. It makes a noise, so now you know you're recording, and anything we play, and then we stop. So now that has been recorded on the guitar, and if I now go to this white button here, if I've got more than one recording, you can rotate it and it'll cycle through your recordings that you've got on there. So let's just record some rhythm and play some lead over the top after, just to show how you can apply this to your own practice and coming up with new lead lines, all that kind of stuff. So there we have it. So we stop that, and with just a press of this other button here, it'll play the most recent recording. Click on that, and we're live. And there we have it. So you can have such fun with this guitar. Just jam out some chords, play some lead over the top, you know, record your rhythm in different keys, have a mess around with it. But just that example, you know, like I said at the beginning of this video, it's really the tip of the iceberg with what you can do with this guitar. Another thing is that if you are working on song ideas and you might have an idea for a melody vocally, you can plug in, if you've got a 3.5mm jack or a mic that has a 3.5mm jack, you can plug that in on the back of the guitar, just here, and you can record vocals with your guitar. So it is a one-stop shop for creativity. If you want to get down ideas for songs, if you're in a band, if you're a solo artist. I want to point out just a couple more things. The fact that on the side of the guitar, we have a USB-C here, and it comes with a USB-C to USB-C lead that I mentioned earlier, so it means that you can plug straight into this and get the information, all of these songs, ideas that you've recorded, any jam tracks that you might have put together, you can get those off the guitar really easily and either onto a PC, a Mac, anything that you use your phone, because anything that can take a USB-C connection, you can connect this to. Something I want to throw in here is that if you want to practice, but you know, people have gone to bed and you might be sharing a house and you don't want to wake people up, you can just turn this off. So now you can practice in relative silence. You can just hear what you're playing, but it means that, yeah, when people go to bed, your playing doesn't stop. You can continue, and even better than that, there's a headphone socket on the side of the guitar as well. So if you do want to turn it on and play with that great tone and a bit of reverb on there, or play along to your backing tracks that you've recorded previously, you can do that through headphones and it's not going to wake anybody up. So you get the best of both worlds, or should I say the best of all worlds, because you can be practicing at 0 volume, which is great. It won't wake anybody up. You can play and, you know, go out busking, go to an open mic night, and you don't need anything. It's all going to come through here, and you can plug your microphone into the guitar if you want to do it that way as well, and you can then play in silence but hear it through your headphones. So yeah, the best of all worlds. So the thing about this guitar is it's got so many features, I almost forget to cover everything, but I want to throw this in there because, say for example, you don't want to play your own backing tracks, you want to be able to jam along with something. you can connect to the guitar via Bluetooth, meaning that I can connect my phone to the guitar, and anything that I listen to on my phone will come out of the guitar speaker. So what we do is we turn this into BT mode. It makes that noise to let you know that it's connecting to Bluetooth. So on my phone, I connect it to Bluetooth, and now if I go to YouTube, let's do a search for I don't know what, probably just Wings of Pegasus will do, because I don't want to just have a copyright song on here. But let's say, for example, I click on this song.
Some people think you can't learn to sing.
And
it's just a skill you're born with.
It's a good example.
That's a total myth. Everybody can learn.
That it's literally going to play everything that comes through your phone. So that was an advert before the song that we're about to listen to. So then when I press play, this happens to be just a mix of Wings of Pegasus, and this is coming out of the guitar. In order to play along, just turn the wheel again and it will say mix mode. So then you'll be able to hear the guitar with the backing track going at the same time. So the Bluetooth mode just plays it through the guitar. So if you are trying to play along, I mean, you'll figure out, if you've bought one of these guitars, you will figure it out pretty quickly, because it only took me a couple of seconds to figure out that I just needed it on mix mode, because it's pretty self-explanatory. And that's the other thing about using this guitar, is that when you record something, you just press the record button, you play, you press it again and it stops. You then press this button here to play what you've just recorded, and you can cycle through with this as well all of your recordings that you've made. And without even looking it up, I wanted to delete one of the recordings, so I just held on the button and then it says deleted. So you just hold in it for maybe 3 or 4 seconds and it will delete whichever one you've selected. The reason that I'm mentioning this is because it's just easy, it's intuitive. Like what I thought might be the way to delete it did delete it. So it's great because you can just get going on this and everything works as you would expect it to. So you might not have noticed, but I have plugged in the adapter that now allows me to put a jack into the guitar and the other end into an amplifier. So it means that you're now ready for the studio if you want to get anything down. And, you know, the playability of this guitar, you know, even your shapes, for example, bar chords, because of the action and it being so nice to play, you don't have to worry about buzzing and not getting your chords right, because it's really easy. You don't really have to apply too much pressure at all. It's great for traveling around and using it, which, you know, you'd say that this is probably the only guitar that does the convenience of just being able to take it anywhere, and going on a plane, taking it as hand luggage. You can literally do that because it's so small. But it's the only one as well that allows you to get in the studio, record with it if you want to, go out and just play anywhere without needing an amplifier. And you can go and do that for 6 hours if you want to on a full charge. And it doesn't really matter what you're playing. Again, the playability of this guitar with... You know, you can start playing riffs and things that you might not necessarily play a lot of on acoustic guitars, but this guitar allows you to do that kind of stuff. I'm going to edit this bit into the video because I've already finished filming the video and, you know, I went through it, played it, and this is what the Mogabi Guitar does. It makes you reevaluate everything that you think is possible, because I'm now thinking what I should have done is press the record button at the beginning of the video so that I just recorded everything that I was playing, and then at the end of the video stop it and then put it on the computer so that then we're listening to the clean sound of the guitar. But I've never had a guitar that has that capability. So the reason I didn't think about doing that was because I've never had a guitar that could do it, and you now have to get used to the functionality of what you're using. And just a quick note on the quality of the recordings, because it just sounds great, and there are a few videos online of people playing this guitar. One guy kind of on a skateboard, and you still get a really nice sound. And there's another guy who was doing not parachuting but hand gliding. He was on one of those tandem hand gliding things, and he was playing his guitar, and of course the recording all sounds great, and I'm sure that he wouldn't be able to hear a lot of what he's doing in that kind of situation, but it's just testament to the sound that you get when you record what you're playing on this guitar. So as I said at the beginning of this video, I don't make these kinds of videos normally, but I think I have to bring this to your attention. If you're in the market for a travel guitar that is just a great travel guitar, but it just does everything else that you want it to do. Pretty much anything you can think of, you can do it with this guitar. So yeah, you might be busking. It's going to be great for that. You might be going to open mic nights. It's going to be great for that. You might just want to meet up with some friends and, you know, play through a few songs. It's great for that because it's got a speaker. Everyone can join in and sing. You might want to be practicing your rhythm guitar, your lead guitar, playing it back, hearing how accurate you are. It's great for that, great for practice. Also, being an acoustic guitar means your technique is going to go up a level as well. If you're a singer-songwriter or just a songwriter and you play the guitar, you want to get down ideas and you want to get down melodies, then this is great as well, because often the problem is when you are playing a guitar and you come up with a good run or, you know, a good chord progression and you think, oh, I need to get this down. You have to go and find, I would usually have to go and find my phone to then press record and then get it down. And then by that time I might have forgotten the phrasing of what I was doing earlier and it wouldn't quite be right. I think, oh no, that wasn't the idea. What was I doing? And then you're trying to figure out your own idea that you came up with, but you had your creative process interrupted. And that's a huge thing, that doesn't happen here. If you're playing something, the way that you're playing it, the phrasing and the melody that you're playing, you just press a button and then you can record it. You don't have to interrupt your creative process. So that's another huge thing for, yeah, songwriters or creative individuals or independent artists, whatever you are, and you need to get down ideas in the most convenient way possible, and you are a guitarist, then yeah, look no further than this, because literally one click of a button and it is saved. It is so portable that you can, yeah, literally take it anywhere with you. But anyway, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and enjoyed finding out about this guitar. All the links that you'll need to get your hands on one of these will be in the description below. So if you are in the market for a portable guitar that does everything, then look no further than this. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!